Hey guys, welcome to a special episode, and today is going to be how to beat depression in winter. The reason that I felt like I needed to come on early and do this is I've had many people in the last 48 hours contact me about a severe bout of sudden depression. So we are at the very bottom of the winter here. I know we really are on our way up at this point, but it doesn't feel like it, you know. We're starting to get really tired of seeing the same old gray days. And so I feel like that people who are prone to depression are naturally even more so affected by some seasonal affective disorders. So I wanted to come on today and give you guys a few tips and tricks on how to beat these winter doldrums. Hey to Shelly, Melissa, Heba, Kimberly, Roland, and Melissa Begley, and say hi to Cleo for me and Kimberly Barnhill-Felker. Thanks for joining me. For those of you that thought this was going to be at 2:30, I heartily apologize, but I have something else I have to do then. So I'm going to save the video. That way you get to go back and watch it. For those of you that are watching on my TV channel, Catherine Kaufman Psychic Medium TV, I won't be able to see your comments, but I promise you I'll go back to that page and get to them. But if you want to join the live chat, come on over to my personal page. Hey to Kristen Bree, thanks for joining us today. And Sam and Paula Bolin. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. Let's start off with binaural beats. I don't know if any of you guys know what binaural beats are or isochronic tones, but it is the simplest form of brain entrainment. Now, in a person who's depressed, what these videos do by entraining your brain to a different kind of brainwave, especially for seasonal affective disorder and depression, this tries and attempts to correct the normally like slower brain waves that are present in seasonal affective disorder patients. So what you want to do is you want to go onto YouTube, okay, and I'm going to show you a picture of one. You want to go onto YouTube and type in either isochronic tones or binaural beats, B-I-N-A-U-R-A-L-B-E-A-T-S. These are videos that you're going to listen to, but you have to do it with headphones because it takes a two-ear technique to change the brainwave that you have to a more productive, positive one. So there are tons of videos for depression. There's tons of videos for seasonal affective disorder. The binaural beats were the most original form of brain entrainment, but now we have isochronic tones, and also they've developed a headset that will go on the back of the head and it transfers the impulses directly to the brain, but those cost like $500. So let's just go with the free videos, shall we? So Heba says, are isochronic tones and binaural beats the same thing? Yes, basically, Heba, they are. The isochronic tones are like a souped up, updated version of binaural beats. The binaural beats will still work and they're still very good, but the thought is that the isochronic tones are more effective. So isochronic tones, if you can find those. If you can't, just use the binaural beats. The other thing that you can do with this particular time of year is do shadow work. You know, a lot of introspection, looking at the dark side of your persona and how it can benefit you. So all you need to do is to Google how to do shadow work or how to work with shadow self. And there will be all kinds of blog articles that come up with really good ideas on how to do that. I could do another show just on that, which I probably will on Monday night sometime. Here's a big thing, and I think that this may be where spring cleaning came from. But if you have clutter in your home, what that does is it traps chaos energy around you. And that can overload your senses. It can really become oppressive and depressive. If you want to feel lighter and less encumbered and less stressed out by all the stuff around you, start cleaning your closets out. Start cleaning your basement out. Get all that clutter out of the way. It will lift your spirits. You'll feel better. It will get rid of that chaos energy. I promise you. So, spring cleaning early, okay? Start it now. Get some boxes and start going through things. Hey to Jacqueline Cohen, Veronica, Jenny, Martin. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. And hey to Rosetta and Sharon. Okay, so binaural beats, isochronic tones, do some shadow work, clear out the clutter. That's a huge one. The next one I want to talk about is the use of solfeggio frequencies. And solfeggio frequencies work in a different way than binaural beats and isochronic tones. The solfeggio frequencies, you don't wear a headset. You just listen to the sounds and the tones out in the open in your home. So you want to play them at a low level, and they actually start to change the environment. Now, you can play all of the solfeggio frequencies if you want, but the specific frequency that we're looking for is 432 hertz. And what that does is that is designed to raise positive energy. And so you want to play that through the home for everybody that's in the home. Because remember, as an organism, we want to synchronize to our environment. If somebody comes into the home that's depressed, or let's say you're the one that's putting out the signal of depression, everybody in your environment most likely will entrain or adjust or synchronize to your energy. So it's really, really important to treat everybody in the environment. And solfeggio frequencies are like one of the best things. Don't forget, frequency of 432 is what you want. That's the hertz you want. Then we're going to get on to lifting the environment. How are we going to lift the environment? Not only with solfeggio frequencies, but you're also going to use some aromatherapy. I've just got a few ones on here to show you. This is a brand off of Amazon. I like it. I know it's not food grade or anything like that, but just to diffuse in your home, in the diffuser, this is one of the best brands to get. It's not very expensive, and that's just my opinion. Nobody has paid me for anything on this video today, but this is one of the best fragrances to diffuse. Sweet orange, and also lemon. If you want to use some lemon essential oil, this is the brand that I use, and I get them off of Amazon. So lemon, orange, rosemary, those are all very uplifting vibrations that will help boost your mood. This is another brand, Best of Nature, and I use this as well in the diffuser a lot. And they have the larger sizes, which I really, really like. Tangerine and lavender. You want to use lavender for a little bit of soothing, and tangerine does the same thing as sweet orange. Hey to Laura Herring and Richard and Sandy and Robin Carpenter and Barry Potter. Also, shout out to Kurt Logston. Thanks for joining me today. Hey to Whitney and Jacqueline as well, and Veronica. And also, special shout out to Sarah Beth McClure. Thanks for joining. I hope you find this helpful. So when you're diffusing the aromatherapy into the environment, you want to make sure that nobody is allergic to it and that it is safe for pets. There's a lot of debate about, you know, aromatherapy in cats and dogs. I've never had any problem, but that's not to say it doesn't occur. So check with your vet. And as always, I have to do the disclaimer. If you have depression, go see your doctor. Or get your meds adjusted, as always. So do the aromatherapy. That will help everybody in the environment. Okay. Now, this is something that you can do for yourself. And as you can see, I have a few little dots on. I don't know if you can see those. These are acupressure dots. And there are acupressure points for depression. And I'm going to try and show you a little chart. But don't worry about trying to see this really well. I have a link to this website saved. And if you want that website, just message me on Facebook and I will send the link to you. But these are the acupressure points for depression. Now, of course, these right here, you're going to have somebody help put these on you. So if you have a friend or a loved one that can help you with that, that's really optimal. Now, these on the top of the head, you can do really easily. Let's say you're at work, you can press on these areas right here. Certainly, you can't use the acupressure dots there because that would get stuck in your hair and it probably wouldn't contact the scalp anyway. So these are some of the first areas you can use. Let me show you some more. Here's a couple more areas that you can use. Now this is on the front of the body, so you can put your acupressure dots here, and then you want to press on those to activate them. Let's say 5 or 6 times a day. Just reach in and press on those. And then there's one more down here on the leg, if you can see it. So don't forget, if you want the link to this website, I will send it to you on Messenger. So don't think you have to remember all those points, because you can download this after you go to the website. But the website is holistic-online.com, remedies depression. So, and then they also have it's a breathing exercise called Letting Go of Depression with acupressure and deep breathing technique. And I highly recommend that you guys print this off for yourself and try it. And let me know what you think about the technique and if it worked for you or not. So let me check for questions. Let's see. Heba says, I love my essential oils. I'm learning to make lotions and scrubs too. And that's a really good thing to do, Heba, is make things, get out of the house, get some fresh air. Don't stay closed up in that cluttered environment in the dark, basically. You need to get out, either take a hike, take a walk, but get some fresh air. And what that does is it allows you to entrain or synchronize your system with what we call Schumann frequencies or Schumann resonance. So the planet actually vibrates or radiates at 7.43 hertz. And so when you get out into the outside and take a walk or take a hike, your body entrains to that 7.43 hertz, and you get relief from depression that way. Let's see. Okay, where are we? Okay, let's get on to the gemstones that you can use. Oh, thanks, Robin, for sharing this. If any of you guys think that this video would benefit somebody you know, hit the screen right now and share that with them. And maybe they can get to feeling better. So some of the gemstones that you can work with for depression, this is one of the best ones to use, and this is a big chunk of rose quartz. Rose quartz does an excellent job at detoxing negative emotions and really dealing with a lot of hurts and old traumas. And sometimes at this time of year, we just kind of get caught up in, you know, memory, thinking about things. a lot of people pass away during this time of year, and you know, we may think back to, well, you know, that January long time ago when my mother or father passed away. So this is excellent, something you definitely need to get and use. You don't have to get that big of a stone, but I think bigger is better on the way of gemstones. All right. So different types of jasper are also really beneficial at grounding you and providing you with that red solar energy is what we're wanting. This particular specimen is called Mookaite. I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. And it's really good for grounding and giving you some energy. And that's a real nice specimen right there. Now, here's one of the best ones. And this is carnelian. So I know you're going to ask me, some of you, what do you mean work with the gemstones? What are you talking about? How can we work with these? This all gets back to synchronization. The way that gemstones work is you entrain or you synchronize to the energy that's being radiated by this particular gemstone. And so just by holding it or placing it near you, your body is going to synchronize or entrain to it. I like to put them in my pocket if I'm working with them, or if I'm doing a meditation, I can place them here or on my heart, whatever chakra I think is in need of that energy. So some more that we can use right here, citrine, and then I have a really nice piece of orange selenite. And I only have one, but it is a really nice golden color. So we want to work with reds, oranges, golden colors so that that energy lifts and energizes. And these energies lift and energize. And this is citrine. I wish I had a bigger piece of this citrine, but I don't, so, because I sold them all. But citrine is really, really good. Okay, let's see. I don't have a piece of it out. I have misplaced it, but I have a big chunk of amber. And so if you have some amber, use that. This is some butterscotch amber that I found really quick. And you see what vibrant, light, sunny gold type of color that radiates out and that really lifts the energy of your spirit. So wear your amber if you have any. Let me check for some questions. Hey to Bob and Yasmin and Seth. And let's see, Heba says she has 9 cats and 4 dogs and she loves the diffused oils. And I don't say never put them on my animals, just in the diffuser. Right, exactly. Hey to Kathy, Enrique, Brandy. And I will put the link for this acupressure in the comments, and if you want me to send it to you through Messenger, just message me there as well. Okay, the last thing I want to mention is they do have seasonal affective disorder lamps on Amazon. They're a lot less expensive than they used to be. They used to be really expensive, but in the last couple of years they've come down quite a bit. And also, if you feel like it, occasionally I do, we'll go to a tanning bed, but only if it's okay with your doctor. I will go to a tanning bed a couple of times just to get that boost from that type of radiation. Because don't forget, now this is, I said this in one of my past shows, I don't know how many people caught it, but your cells actually are made from light or radiate ultraviolet and infrared light. And so what your skin does in the summer is it actually stores light for the winter months. And when I go to a tanning bed once or twice during the winter, that just gives me a little bit of a boost of that particular wavelength of light that I need to get through the rest of the winter. Now, here in Lexington, over in Brandon Crossing, you know, we have a salt room and a salt cave, salt room, salt cave. But what that does is the whole entire room is lined with pink Himalayan salt. This place is called Kentucky Salt Room or Bluegrass Salt Room, and I'll leave a link in the comments as well. But there's a micronizer that puts the salt into the atmosphere. It's really, really good for asthma, allergies, COPD, bronchitis, that type of thing. You can take your kids there. But the salt actually causes you to release serotonin, which is so excellent for depression. But it gives you an instant boost, just like that tanning bed. It will give you an instant boost that you need to get over the hump, because I know several of you are having a lot of problems right now. So my advice, start listening to your binaural beats or isochronic tones. Get yourself to the salt room, make an appointment. There's Groupon coupons for, I think, $22, and there's usually about 3 of them on Groupon for the salt room. She also has a far infrared cabinet that's really good for chronic pain and stuff like that. So try that if your depression is sort of exacerbated by maybe some kind of pain syndrome that you have. Go try that far infrared cabinet out. Don't forget, for the salt room, you can get the Groupons, and that'll be less expensive, and you can try them out a few times before you see, is this something I want to do on a regular basis, maybe next year, to prevent me from getting so down into depression. Because that's another thing. If you find something that works for this year to get you out of the depression, plan on prophylactically doing that next year to prevent this big downswing from happening, because prevention is so much better than trying to get yourself out of that hole, and it can be tough. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Don't forget, tonight we're doing Monday Night Live in Lexington at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are going over Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is coming up. What does that mean for you? What does Year of the Dog mean for you? If you like these videos, hit the share button. Go over to Catherine Coppin Psychic Medium TV. Give the page a like and share that page with everybody too. And one other thing, on my TV channel, my professional page, there's a playlist called The Mental Cocktail Lounge. And I've put together several videos that are supposed to be relaxing, kind of entertaining, but they're supposed to help you decompress your mind. Let's say you're having a really bad day and you're stressed out and you're like, go over to the Mental Cocktail Lounge, watch the Greek Odyssey. You'll be transported and you'll feel 100% better after you're done, guaranteed. Okay, I will see you guys tonight. Kisses from Kentucky. Later.